Never in the history of the world have the merchants of obscenity, the teachers of unnatural sex acts, had available to them the modern facilities for disseminating this filth.
And now.
That's fun.
Talk and rock.
The Big Dumb Fun Show.
Thanks for hanging out with the Big Dumb Fun Show. We are online at BigDumbFunShow.com. Friend, fan, follow us on the Facebook, MySpace, YouTube, Twitter, Eventful Reverb Nation, and
the Google Plus.
That's right.
Thanks for stopping by tonight, everybody. We are very happy to welcome Annie Walsh in studio.
Hello, Annie.
Annie, thank you very much for joining us in Studio 4 tonight for our big year-end celebration. I understand that year-end-wise, this is it for it's KCWIFT?
That's right.
Is that right?
Kansas City Women in Film and Television.
Now tell us about what that is exactly.
All right. Well, we are an organization of both men and women, so don't let the name scare you away, guys. We
Okay.
have plenty of male members, and we are really pro-male. So, but our mission is to empower, promote, and mentor women in the entertainment industry. So the film and television is our primary mission, but we have women who work in all kinds of different media. I have a background with film, but also with radio, so it's kind of great to be back here on radio. It's awesome.
So, did you did the radio? You have a very nice radio voice, but that's because you're familiar with like TV and being on the air and all of that good stuff.
Yeah, actually, I'm used to being behind the scenes. I'm an editor and producer.
Which do you prefer, being in front of the camera or behind the camera?
You know, it's funny. I think I used to enjoy being in front of the camera more, but then I really got to enjoy editing a lot.
Yeah.
So
Rena, who spent a lot of time in front of the camera on KCWE, last week, you said anybody behind the camera, scum. And I thought that was just awful.
I did not
I thought that was
say
awful
that.
for you to say that. I
You
just
were
thought it was
always
very rude.
making stuff up.
No,
He's
I'm kidding.
always making stuff up.
You've got
She
speaking
was
of,
really just talking about Jason P. Hunt.
Oh.
I was not.
talking about KCWIFT. You are in the middle of an end of the year campaign.
That's
where
right.
a big deadline is coming up. Is it a deadline? Can you still participate, or you have to be like registered in order to reach this deadline, or how is that?
No, this is really exciting. So January 1st is our late deadline for our second annual short screenplay competition. And this is a competition that is, again, not strictly for women writers. You can co-write. If you are a male and you have a female writing partner, you can submit a script that is co-written. The script simply needs to be 15 pages or less. We accept scripts of all genres. So we've had, comedies, dramas, some that are sci-fi.
Stuff?
We actually have, our contest winner last year is the very talented Jennifer Friend, and she and her husband, Tim Friend, actually co-wrote a screenplay. And theirs is kind of a sci-fi twist on and it's really a really creative story. In fact, our judges, that was one of the things that they all commented on, was just this was a screenplay they'd never seen anything quite like it before.
Were they expecting everything to be like a Channing Tatum-esque, kind of like a Lifetime thing because it's a women in film?
Well, I think our one of our judges in particular, Gordy Hoffman, who you may recognize that name. His brother is Philip Seymour Hoffman, and Gordy Hoffman also is the founder of Blue Cat Screenplay Competition, which is a really well-respected, renowned screenplay competition. And so, as someone who reads lots of screenplays, I think he gets a lot of kind of formulaic work. So I thought that was a huge compliment to our contest winner, that this is something he'd never seen anything quite like it before.
Being in the film industry and the writing industry and entertainment in general, do you think it's harder for women to make it?
Absolutely. And I think, the fact that someone like, Catherine Bigelow only, a couple of years ago is the first, female director. Is that right? Like, I mean, I think all of us were going, is that right? Can that be right? To win
you're talking about the Oscars?
For the Hurt Locker.
Was it, last year, right? Yeah, that was, 2 years ago.
I think it was a couple
2
years
ago.
Yeah,
that was a surprising fact for me.
Yeah.
The fact that Tina Fey was the first female head writer of Saturday Night Live, that was news to me as well. I didn't know, but I guess it is kind of like an old boys club that you have to break into.
It really is, and I think that there are so many talented women out there who, and one of the things that's really great about our organization is the way that it brings all kinds of people together. So there are some people who are just amazing directors, some that are really, really great producers, some that are just really talented actors, some who are screenwriters, or some who just really are film enthusiasts. And, really, maybe they just want to do the accounting, or maybe they just want to, champion film. We are open to all kinds of people, and we have a great diversity among our membership.
Now, if somebody had no idea about that this organization exists, would you recommend they go to the website to check you out a little bit, or is there like a meeting they can come to?
Absolutely. Our regular monthly meetings are the second Thursday night of each month. We meet at the Screenland Crossroads Theater at 1656 Washington. And most of all, I want you to go to our website, KCWIFT. That's KC Women in Film and Television.com. Mm-hmm. And check out our short screenplay contest page. You'll find a link there for our official contest rules and regulations. Again, our deadline, our late deadline is coming up January 1st, and we have extended our deadline. So our final drop-dead deadline is going to be February 1st. And those entry fees do go up each time you reach one of those deadlines. So it'd be great if you could get that screenplay in the first of the year. You're going to save yourself a little bit of money. And on top of that, if you join us, if you become a KCWIFT member, then you get a discounted entry fee. And we also have discounts for IFC members.
Now, this is all in leading up to the Film Fest.
Yes,
that's right. April. So, I mean, you really have to get your ducks in a row here. Get in before the deadline on January 1st, pending there's no end of the world type stuff.
That's right.
But get in before the first deadline. If you don't make it, they got that second deadline. You're going to pay a little bit more. But then that's all just to make sure that you get in for the Film Fest starting on in early April.
So what's the purpose of people submitting these things?
Right. So
the prize?
Our grand
Not
prize. Not
necessarily the prize, but what's the purpose of people, like what are they doing to submit? What's the end result?
The grand prize that people can win is $1,000 cash. No strings attached to go make your film, use it for whatever production costs. Just use it however you see fit. But one of the greatest benefits that I think that we offer also is a staged reading for our contest finalists. So last year we actually staged a reading with local actors and this was at the Nelson Atkins. This year, the film festival, all activities will happen at the Alamo Draft House downtown.
They're doing a lot of great stuff over there.
It's wonderful.
Since it switched hands, I mean, they've been doing a lot of good stuff.
It's really a great venue, and I would say that.
Go ahead.
That was one of the greatest benefits for one of our finalists, who is now my co-chair, Amber Rapp. Her screenplay was staged at the Nelson Atkins. We cast Cinnamon Schultz, who was one of the actors in Winter's Bone, in that staged reading. That attracted the attention of a very talented local filmmaker, Patrick Gray. They made that film. They cast Cinnamon Schultz, and it went to Carmel Film Festival, Clint Eastwood Film Festival.
Can you stick around one more segment, and we'll have you back. We'll be back.
Okay.
Annie Walsh from Kansas City Women in Film and Television.